Welcome back to Educate and Mate, the podcast that gives you just enough knowledge to sound like you could survive a pub quiz, or at least bluff it until the results. Quick disclaimer, this is for educational and entertainment purposes. It is not a full historical documentary. Today's topic, the Coliseum, ancient Rome's biggest entertainment arena, where crowds gathered to watch gladiators, wild animals, and the original version of Don't Try This at Home. Warriors, ready. We've now started to do 2 podcasts a week because we enjoy it so much.
Oh, why are you telling everybody that?
Put this bit out.
Okay, we'll start again.
Welcome to Educate and Mate, where we do 2 podcasts a week.
Nice.
I'm keeping the whole lot.
Oh, you're such a nilf. I'm not even going to fact check it. I'm just going to say it as it is because I know it's true.
You know I'm going to fact check it.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Well, you're hosting today's podcast.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. So that means I've got to give a fun fact for me as a participant and you're the host.
Yeah, mine's pretty easy.
Is it about the Nazis?
No, actually, it's about like the ancient Nazis.
Oh, that's my favourite type of Nazi, like an OG.
Yeah.
Okay, so fun fact, what time of year is it?
It's the 19th of December.
And no, what type of year is it?
Oh, it's winter.
It's winter. And it's Christmas soon, isn't it?
I would guess if you're into that.
Or what's the other one? Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
So, have you ever heard that song by the Pogues?
I have.
What's it go like?
And you promise me the bells are ringing.
Yeah, okay, it's that one. So, there's a funny line in that song.
You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy faggot.
I don't know if you're allowed to say cheap anymore. Okay. But, you know, they say the NYPD choir.
You used this last week.
Did I?
Fuck off.
There isn't. I use that.
There's not a choir.
There isn't a choir. Okay,
Not
okay.
having this.
Okay, ooh, right. Okay, you know haricot beans?
No.
So, you know baked beans?
Yeah.
So haricot beans themselves is the bean that's in a baked bean. And what type of variant of beans you can purchase are Branston, Heinz, all of them, yeah? Yeah, so the haricot bean itself isn't produced in the UK, from what I'm aware of and what I know. It is actually imported in, and guess where it's imported to?
As in where it's imported from?
No, into the UK, whereabouts it's coming to in the UK.
Halifax.
No. I'm pretty sure it's Liverpool or Felixstowe. And when it arrives, the haricot bean is just a bean. So every type of bean that you consume, the haricot bean is produced elsewhere. When it arrives to the UK, that's when the sauce is added, such being the Heinz sauce, the Branston sauce.
Beans means Heinz.
But the bean itself is a haricot bean, and they're all the same bean. That's a fact.
That's an awful fact.
Yeah, well, you put me on the spot.
No, because you forgot your first fact.
I followed it up by a bean fact, and everyone loves a fucking bean. You know what I mean? So the haricot bean is the bean that's brought into the UK. Have we got it up there? Where's it coming from? The US, Canada, normally Ethiopia, because it's closer. You wouldn't believe.
You would never believe.
No.
No way.
Yeah?
Would you like to know that in 2023 they managed to grow haricots in the UK?
No way. Oh, man, that's about 18 months ago. So, like, my fact is correct from I know for a fact, like, it's like 2015, 2014 material when I was at Felixstowe or Liverpool. I can't remember where I was at, but they were telling me about the beans being brought into the UK and the sauces added. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. I'll remember that. And today, that knowledge has become very knowledgeable.
Great.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's a fun fact on haricot beans. So let's.
That was a really good start. I enjoyed that.
For everyone that actually decided to stay.
So, what I thought I would educate you on this week involves the Romans.
Oh, I fucking love the Romans.
Oh, I love the Romans.
I do. I don't know. Right. When I was younger, we went to Chester with school. And I met my very first Roman.
You did, yeah.
And guess what his name was?
Go on.
Walker's Crispus. And I was like, that is so cool. And then I got to about 17. I'm riding along on my motorbike going, hang on a second, Walker's Crispus. That's a fraud. It's a pun on Walker's Crisps. It only took me like 10 years to realise that.
Good for you for realising and remembering, to be fair, because I also went to the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I do not remember the name of the chap that did it, but I remember him being very animated.
Maybe he was Crispus Walker's.
Maybe. Piranhas cocktails.
Coffee piranhas.
But yeah, so it's something very specific on what Rome actually did. Any idea what the Romans would do for fun? Bit of entertainment.
Copious amounts of sex.
They would. The other type of entertainment they used to do.
Kill people.
Oh, technically, yeah. But they used to do it in a certain fashion.
Coliseum?
Yeah. So
gladiators.
it's about the Coliseum.
Jesus, this is cool.
So yeah, I was doing a bit of traveling back in the day, like a few weeks ago, and I happened to be in Italy, and then...
Can I just stop you there a second? Isn't Rome in Greece?
What?
Isn't Rome in Greece?
No.
Oh, no, that's Athens. That's where the Greeks are from, is it not? Oh, yeah, that's Greece. Rome. Rome's in Italy. I've just realised what I've just said.
Just to clarify for anybody listening to the podcast, Rome's in Italy.
Yeah. I'm actually a really clever individual, but I'm so fucking stupid.
Anyway, so my partner was like, we should go to Rome. And I was like, I'm down for that. I like a bit of history, a bit of Romans. So I actually did a little bit of research on the Coliseum. And we all know what the Coliseum is. It's that big circular building. It used to be covered in white marble. Any idea how many people it could seat?
Between 400 to 800 people. I'm not going to say it's massive, because to be in the Coliseum to watch either a VIP or a very special person or someone...
Okay, I'm going to prove you wrong on all of those counts.
You're going to say 17,000 like Man United, and they've got around the 75,000 maybe? I don't know.
50,000 Romans.
50,000?
50,000 Romans.
Oh my God, imagine fucking HSE involved with that. They wouldn't be allowed. Oh, they've got 2 exits.
We are going to go into the actual building of it as well, which is really impressive for the time period.
The construction of it.
Yeah, the construction and how it got built.
How many people? 50,000?
50,000 people it could seat.
That's a lot of people.
They generally used all sorts of different things within the arena. They'd use it for plays. They'd use it for, obviously, gladiatorial battles. They'd use it for animals. They'd use it for politics. They'd use it for a lot, basically. It's pretty much a mix between a theatre, a cinema, and Westminster.
This is a bit like a town centre, then?
Kind of, but a little bit more pizzazz.
It's the epicentre of the area, then?
Yeah. I mean, it's more the entertainment epicenter. So when something was on, it was expected they went to it. It wasn't sort of like the new Avatar film's on, so we should probably go to that. It was, the Coliseum's happening. We need to make room for that in our calendar.
Have you ever seen Plebs on the TV?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm just picturing now is Plebs.
That's pretty much it, to be fair. Just imagine Plebs. So, quick misconception check. Not everyone fought to the death. So, like I say, it was used for a variety of different things. It wasn't just gladiators either. It was a massive range of people. A lot of animals died. And they did actually flood it as well.
They flooded with swimming baths.
So we'll go into why they flooded it, which is pretty cool. I'd do the same thing personally if I owned a Coliseum.
They flooded for swimming baths? Like jacuzzi?
Not quite for a jacuzzi.
So the
massive fucking jacuzzi.
To put fish in there? Fishing?
Ooh.
Fishing?
Almost fishing. We'll come to it.
Fish off in a Coliseum.
So what is a Coliseum? Do you have any idea what its full name is in Latin, Roman Latin?
Colossum mori. Colossum. So memento mori means you will die. So colossi, coloss is big. So I'm going to go with colossum memento mori.
Honestly, that's not actually the worst guess. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's actually called the Amphitheatrum Flavium. So it was started under Vespasian in about AD 72. It was opened by Titus. You're familiar with Titus, the Roman dictator?
He's hard cunt.
She actually was pretty hard in AD 80. It was actually built because the land was previously taken by Nero for his private palace, and it was basically a political move. So most of the amphitheater is heavy politics, and I think this is the bit a lot of people don't realize. There's certain rules when you go into an amphitheater in terms of where you sit, what you get to say, what you get to shout, and even for the leaders, there's a certain amount of jurisdiction from the viewers and from the rest of the community.
Can I just interrupt? So,
Yes.
you know, in Star Wars,
Yeah.
they have a very similar setup, don't they? Where they have.
Oh, is this with Jabba the Hutt?
No, Jabba the Hutt.
With the
isn't there.
sandworm?
I'm more about every.
You're going to say the new ones, aren't you?
Oh, it is the new one.
Okay. We're just upset about Star Wars. But
No, you say new and old like that, but
there was the first three. That's the old ones.
yeah, they're the real old ones. Like you would they're still 20 years prior to your birth.
They've still watched them.
I know you do.
I count them as the original.
Yeah, they are the original, but the new ones are the ones that sparked the generation of interest into Star Wars for me and you, like Jar Jar Binks. And everyone's like, oh, he's a knobhead. It's like, yeah, he's a knobhead because you've been told he's a knobhead, but he was an integral part of your Star Wars upbringing as a child.
I love The Phantom Menace, for the record.
Exactly, which is a new
Big
one.
fan of that film.
Yeah, fucking brilliant. Everyone's like, yeah, but it's not as good as the old ones. Like, yeah, okay, but the CGI was fucking epic, like, for what it was at the time. And anyway, they have...
Where are we going with this? Star Wars, Coliseum, Romans.
Will you not remember the big meeting they have? And they have them all on the discs and every single breed of species. And they all come through.
Yeah.
And the Jedis are there, and it's a big Jedi council.
Yeah, you should have started with Jedi Council.
So it's a bit like the Jedi Council, isn't it? Really, effectively, how they operate is what your state is.
Yeah, it's very similar, actually. It's just less sort of preferential on having different people from different areas and more having levels of different...
Yeah, so the higher up you are, in wealth, is the higher you are in the stadium.
Not quite.
Okay, so in the
Think about what you want to see and how close you want to be to the action.
So the closer down you are, the closer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so the closer you are is the higher you are in wealth and the more important you are.
Here's a fun fact then. You know the Jedi Council?
Yeah?
Have you watched that film closely?
Close enough.
Have you noticed that E.T.'s in it?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's an Easter egg.
And I was like...
And it's him and his wife, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're just having the best day ever. Like,
whoa, we've been invited to the Jedi Council.
We're recognised as extraterrestrials. Yeah. So
nice. I'm glad we got that through.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it holds about 50,000 to 65,000 spectators, depending on how much they smush up in the seats. It's 4 stories tall.
4 stories?
Yeah. But get this, it was built in under 10 years.
Slavery.
Oh, absolutely. It was built by slavery. But it's kind of like Wembley. Reality TV and the cinema are all rolled into one. But it's impressive. The fact they built that in 10... Imagine something like Wembley being built in 10 years.
Oh, I can't.
Yes, because we've got big machinery. We've got electronics and we've got surveying and things like that can really help speed things along.
I'm just going to be like, yeah, but what about HS2?
We would not get it if it was HS2 involved.
No.
So basically the way it worked in terms of seating is the emperors and the elites would be up front, so they're nice and close to the action. The normal citizens would be in the middle. Any idea who'd be at the top?
Povo.
Yeah, so the poverty people would be at the top, and one other type of person that is completely equal to us in this day and age, and to be fair, has always been equal to us, but maybe not, we've completely regarded them as being equal.
Women. A sec. Well, yeah, but what happens if the emperor's married to someone?
Oh, yeah, so she's allowed to sit next to him.
Okay.
She got a free pass.
What about...
You're trying to find a loophole.
What about disabled people?
They'd probably be at the top as well.
That's not fair, is it? Really?
So the main reason to go to the Coliseum for anybody that wasn't elite and just wanted to watch people die, or entertainment in general,
Can I stop you there? Do you have to pay?
free entry.
No way! Sign me up for that.
So that was the whole point of going, is you kind of had to go because it was free entry. There was normally free food, and it was basically a civic duty.
That's cool.
A bit of a social event as well. So you meet with your mates.
Bit of banter.
Bit of banter between you.
You say free food, but you have to pay for beer.
They probably had like a resemblance of mead or wine or...
Was it free?
I'm not sure, actually.
It's a difficult one.
But I imagine if they wanted to keep the crowd's favour, which is about 50 to 60,000 people...
It's free.
They'd probably make it pretty cheap or free. But it actually reinforced Roman hierarchy. And so because of the way they sort of sectioned people out, it means that actually the crowd kind of has to listen to what goes on. And it's interesting they did this in the form of violence. Heavy violence.
That's crazy.
So what actually happened in the Coliseum? Any ideas? I'm sure you've got some.
So I'm going to say Monday is zoo day. And we bring in an animal, and everyone can see an animal.
Let's start with animals. Let's start with the Monday.
Okay, Monday.
This is how we're going to roll this. So we're going to go through this.
Monday is animal day. So
animal hunts would happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would put animals against animals. They reckon...
Animals against animals? Like what type of animals?
So literally anything in the Roman Empire.
Pretty vast, though. The Roman Empire
so they reckon about 1 million animals were killed in the Coliseum.
No, I'm not having this. They reckon. How do you mean you can reckon a million?
A million.
I reckon a million. Some geezer's gone, oh yeah, I reckon a million.
Okay, so in the scriptures, Emperor Trajan's games, which went over 123 games, 123 days, sorry.
Yeah.
Which was probably multiple games. Killed 11,000 animals, which is 90 animals a day.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Animals were normally starved, drugged, or mutilated, normally to make it a little bit more fair for the humans, because surprisingly, if you put a single person with no sword or shield in against something like a leopard...
That'd be hilarious to watch.
Well, for a few minutes, but the issue is the entertainment only lasts for a minute or so. If the leopard's missing a leg, or it's a bit drugged, or it's starved, so it's a little bit weaker... It means the humans got slightly more chance, I guess.
Yeah.
And some animals were forced to fight each other, which is basically spectacle killing. And species were wiped out locally. So North African lions, elephants, and leopards, all in the area around Rome, were just wiped out completely. Just didn't exist.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy. That was pretty much the Monday, little case of the Mondays, where they would sometimes have trained hunters versus animals as well. They'd literally have animals shipped in from anywhere, so like lions, tigers, bears, elephants, ostrich, leopards, I don't know, capybara? Probably not capybara because they're South America. I don't think they got that far. So what do you reckon would be, if you had to take on an animal with nothing but a sword and a steel shield, what do you reckon you could take on?
Oh, fucking hell, man. Right, so the difficulty is...
Do you want me to get a list of animals used in Colosseums?
What, 1v1 me in the Coliseum?
Yeah, and I just go through them and you say yes or no.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Prior to this, what questions I've got with you are...
Okie dokie.
Do I have any training prior to this?
Whatever training you've got currently to take on said animals.
Like now, me ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, like modern day you.
Right, sober or drunk?
You've had a couple, but you feel courageous.
Like I am now. I'm courageous.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to spell courageous.
Well, you don't need to spell, luckily. You just need to take on these animals.
All right, yeah.
And at the end, you win your freedom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm going to die or win freedom.
Okay, so we will start then. Wild boar.
Yeah, I'll fucking have that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you going to kill it?
I'm going to kill it.
Yeah.
Punch in the head 100 times.
Okay. A bull?
Ooh, fucking hell, mate. You just... Wild boar to bull. That's a bit of a step up, lad. I have to think about that.
That's worse.
A wild boar.
I don't think you know how big wild boars get.
Oh, no, I know how big wild boars are.
Wild boars are like worse than bulls.
I know. Yeah, I know they are, but I'm gonna kick him. I'm gonna push him over. I'm gonna get him tired. Yeah, I can have that. It's just a pig on steroids. Has he got tusks or not?
Look how real that one
Has
is.
he got tusks or not?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, even better. I can grab onto him. I'm holding on to that boy. I'm gonna ride him home, boy.
Yeah.
Right. There's one thing I was taught is bulls will charge at you with their eyes closed. Cows and other cattle will charge at you with their eyes open. So if I can stand there a wall and get it charged at me, it might get a headache, and then I can go for the jab in the eye.
Nice one, you've passed.
Okay. I'm going to struggle 50-50 with a bull, but
I'm
going to have to give it a go.
because that is heavy. A dog.
What dog? I've got no equipment nor tools, and I've just knocked one.
No, I said you've got a sword and a shield.
I've got a sword and a shield. Fucking chop his head off, mate. Okay, then. Okay, yeah, we're rolling now.
I did wonder why you were punching to begin with.
I'm punching because I didn't have any equipment, and now I got a fucking sword. I've leveled up. I'll have that fucking wolf.
Nice.
And I've got to have high stamina to stay out of its way. Yeah.
Camel. 2 humps. Can you take it? Silence in the crowd.
Chop its legs off.
Oh, nice. Then it
Straight
rolls
through its
over.
legs.
Actually, it won't be able to roll over because it's humped.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly. And guess what? I get a nice drink out at the end of that.
Donkey?
Yeah.
They don't keep water in the humps.
There's always one in there. Actually, you know what they keep in the rumps? Fat.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, and why? Because it's an energy source and they can carry on marching.
Exactly.
Yes.
So why did you make that joke?
Because it... I don't know.
Donkey.
Yeah, chop his head off.
Yeah, easy.
Let's go.
Yeah. Lion?
Is this one after
You're allowed
another?
to say, I don't think I could win.
Yeah, I'm not a type of guy, but is this one after another?
I need every
break.
day.
I need a break.
Each day you...
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. And you're knocking on my door going, what have we got next?
And I go, mate, you got a lion. It's pretty bad today.
Is a lion a female tiger?
Nope. A lion is a lion.
Okay, a lion... Oh, fuck. I'm going to struggle, but I'll give it a go. And I'll probably die from that.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Are we saying the lion's a maybe?
Oh, 70-30.
Okay.
My favour.
Tiger?
Yeah.
What? Why'd you have so much trouble with a lion, but a tiger's like, yeah, mate, easy. Stripey, innit?
Tigers are easy, man.
Tigers are bigger.
You think that? Have you ever seen a tiger up close?
Multiple times.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I reckon I can always tiger. I don't know, what's the next one?
And at this point, if you're still listening, fair play to you, it's a rhino.
Right. Mate, they're bulletproof. Literally 9mm bullets will not penetrate.
Rhino wins, Ryan dies.
Rhino versus Ryan.
Okay, on the Tuesday. That was just the Monday.
Oh, shit.
You've had busy Mondays.
Fucking hell.
So what do you reckon?
So, Tuesday we're going to bring the Senate in and we're going to go through all the legislation and laws required and bills to be passed, such as what has Labour done lately that we disagree on? Multiple things, but yeah, a bit like how you'd have a town council or...
Okay,
Yeah.
and then say they brought in, I don't know, say like enemies of the state?
What do you mean, enemies?
Well, they were talking about the politics and they were like, well, actually, we're going to blame it on the Saxons. We could blame the Welsh. We could... Actually, the Romans kind of went everywhere. They went pretty far and wide,
Yeah.
so pretty much choose a group of people and they're an enemy of the state.
Okay.
And they'd execute them.
What's annoying, really, because Wednesday for me was trial and jury day.
Oh, we
And
can have
you
criminals too, don't you worry.
Okay.
We
so-
can have criminals.
Well, no, for Tuesday for me was bills and legislation was going to put in place. Wednesday was going to be jury day.
Yeah, Wednesday's politics. And a little bit of criminality justice.
For Wednesday, yeah?
For Wednesday.
No,
yeah.
Tuesday was
Tuesday was figuring out who's in the wrong.
legalities.
Yeah.
Wednesday
was killing them all.
Wednesday's jury day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday?
Thursday, so we need to mix it up a bit now. Thursday, I think we'll have a bit of arts involved to get over the midweek blues, a bit of performance arts, a bit of dancing, a bit of a ceremony.
How would you feel about naval battles?
Oh, I was going to save that for Sunday.
We could save that for Sunday.
Okay. Well, what are you thinking naval battles?
I'll tell you on Sunday.
Okay, I'll see you on Sunday. Okay. Yeah. So Thursday is arts. We're talking not ceremonies necessarily, but the big shindigs that we have.
So there would be shindigs, and this probably would go through to Saturday because the last thing would probably be the naval thing. The main thing that the Coliseum was used for. Whoa! I want to make the choices.
Friday's orgy day.
I don't think that happened in the Coliseum, funnily enough.
There's 50,000 people. That's a big orgy. I was saving that for Friday.
I like how you genuinely thought about this. I'm impressed. However, the amphitheater was mainly used for killing things. Orgies, as far as I'm aware, didn't really happen in the Colosseum. I'm sure they did once or twice. They probably did. The Romans were pretty randy. But they actually used to kill quite a few people.
Okay. Now we're talking.
Any idea how many people died?
Oh, well, didn't you say like 1 million animals?
So 1 million animals died.
1 million animals in the reign of the Romans. So you're going to be like 10 million people.
No. So bear in mind, humans are hard to get hold of. They've been much slower than most animals.
Oh,
and they put up some resistance, and there's normally politics around it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying now. Okay. 5,210.
400,000.
400,000 people.
400,000 people.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, quite a few.
Hang on a second. How long did the Romans run for? Like their lifespan is, I'm sure it's like between 700 years, isn't it? 4 to 700 years.
Yeah, nearly. It was 1,500 years.
Double that. So 1,500 years. And how many people did they kill? 400,000 people.
Yeah, but bear in mind that the Colosseum wasn't in full effect for the whole of the Roman Empire.
Okay.
So they would...
No, I'm not having this. Hold up. 1,500 years, we killed 1 million animals and 400,000 people.
Yep.
So that's 1.4 in 1,500 years.
But again, the Colosseum wasn't used for the full 1,500 years. Any idea who the gladiators were?
Walker's Crispus.
Shit, yeah, that's literally all it says here in my notes.
Thanks. I met him,
So they were criminals, they were prisoners of war, they were slaves, and funnily enough, they were actually volunteers as well.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you got to think.
And there was actually one emperor. There was one emperor that actually put himself in the Colosseum to fight. Now, that's someone like Julius Caesar.
He got stabbed in the back.
No, he did eventually. But the guy who popped himself in the Colosseum did pretty well. I'm guessing it was probably fixed. But there were types of gladiators.
I'm trying to think of the guy, but I can't think of him.
That's okay. You don't need to think.
Okay.
Just listen to the facts. So, types of gladiators. We had Mamilio, which is big shield and sword. So that's what you were fighting.
Big shield, sword.
We had Retiarius, which is the net and the trident.
Oh my God.
So that was a fan favorite, apparently. That was what most people like. And I think I'd enjoy seeing that. Someone with like a heavy weaved net and a trident taking down like a lion. Not saying that I advocate it. I'm just saying that.
No, I understand.
Entertainment-wise, that would probably be the best one. And then they also had Phrix as well, which is a curved blade and a small shield. So I'm guessing that's kind of like your left winger in rugby.
You've got like assault there, which is the curved blade and small shield. Then you've got heavy, which is big shield, big sword. And then you've got the net and trident, which is like scout.
Yeah, it's kind of like Team Fortress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, the curved blade would be the small, fast one. That
in, out.
Nicks,
yeah.
boom, dead.
Yeah. What?
Before you know it, they're dead. So death was not always guaranteed either, because to find a gladiator was kind of expensive. But they reckon...
So gladiators were then effectively trained fighters that would have either served or been hard motherfuckers, really, to deserve the title of gladiator. Because you don't just go in and go, oh, I'm a gladiator. It's like, well, what history do you have of fighting?
Yeah, they'd be trained soldiers of some description.
Okay, so the gladiators...
But they'd be up against, like, the slaves and the prisoners of war.
Oh, it's win-win for the gladiators most of the time, isn't it?
Most of the time, yeah. However, there was still a 10 to 20% death rate per fight.
Of gladiator.
Of anybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
So they didn't always kill people.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just maim them a little bit. Everyone would be like, "Way!" And then they'd drag him off. They'd fix him up. They'd shove him out front of a fight at some point.
Oh my God.
Reduce, recycle.
Nice.
Have you heard about the thumb up, thumb down?
Oh, yeah, but it's incorrect, isn't it?
It is incorrect. So it was It's not really documented in that many places of emperors or even crowds using it. Generally, the gestures were pretty complex. It wouldn't really just be like a straight up thumbs up and then they live. It would kind of be like a, maybe. You'll like this bit. So there was a network of tunnels beneath the arena, and underneath they'd have all sorts of different areas and locked off sort of cells that had animals or slaves or gladiators or whatever it was. But what they would do within the Coliseum is they would have a trap door, and the trap door would have a lift powered by slaves that would then produce things into the arena. So, for example, if a gladiator had just taken down a baboon, the gladiator would then be like, I am done. Do I get to live? The emperor would be like, I'll let him fight another one. And then out of this trap door, the slaves would be frantically pulling a rope pulley system, and they, I don't know, shove out a tiger.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
No, it's not.
I thought you was going to be like, oh, he's got a trap door for like drop boxes. You know, in a game, you get a drop box. Yeah. Oh my God, I've just leveled up, or I've got a better weapon.
That would be kind of cool. I'd like to think sometimes they did that, where rather than shove more danger in, they were like, now you get a shotgun. I have no idea what a shotgun is, but it's pretty cool, isn't it?
I thought, say for instance, there's like 12 slaves and there's one gladiator who's got to take on 12 people, and they're going through, and then out of the middle of the arena comes, I don't know, like a scythe or something. Someone could grab that at any point. Do you know what I mean?
It's a free for all, and that's what makes it entertaining.
That's what goes, oh my God, you've seen the scythe. Oh my God.
If you end up with a slave that has some sort of experience or knowledge of fighting, or even just ballsy as fuck, they have got the chance to win. Everyone's kind of got a chance in some way or another.
Okay.
But we are going to head towards your Sunday. So, what makes a classic Sunday for you? I hope you're going to say naval battles.
Well, yeah, so my classic Sunday consists of an alcoholic beverage, a nice little bit of rest while participating in watching naval battles.
Good job.
Yeah.
So they actually flooded the Coliseum to begin with.
Whoa, what? Hang on a second. I thought, what?
Yeah, so in the first few years of the Coliseum even being a thing, they flooded it to make mock naval battles.
To reenact battles that have happened.
This was before all the tunnels and stuff were installed, because obviously the weight of the water would collapse everything.
Okay.
But just after it had been built, it didn't really have tunnels or anything. Basically, people were shoved in through the side.
Oh, no. Hold up a second.
Hold up.
I reckon that they would have had considerable downfall at some point, and they noticed that it accumulated water and gone, oh, hang on a second, we can do something with this, and then it followed from there.
So there's actually a massive debate among historians about whether or not they had full battles.
Well, I'm going to say there's a big debate. 1 million animals. Some geezer just guessed that.
It'll be the scriptures as well.
Oh, so
they'll be like,
go, well, yeah, 4.
Yeah, it'll be like 82 AD killed 4 giraffes and a tiger.
Exactly.
Ryan.
They estimate 1 million. Like, you can't estimate something like that.
You can.
No, you can't, because, like, we don't have no, I'm not having it.
Anyway, yeah, they used to do naval battles, which had all sorts of complex Roman water engineering, which I'm going to have to do more research on.
Yeah, but they were shit at, like, they created the aqueducts. They also created...
They created a lot of shit.
They ensured the shit wasn't still around because they created a sewage system. Do you know what I mean? They created so much. Their engineering... It's such a shame that whole empire...
got killed by fucking... How did they crash? Nobody talks about the fall of the empire.
No, yeah. Sign me back up to the Romans. The fall of the Roman Empire consists of Walker's Crispus. The fall of the Roman Empire.
It was multiple things.
It was Jesus. 100%.
It was the Lord Almighty.
It was, wasn't it?
No, I think it was a mixture of things.
Oh, no. For me, it would be caste belief. Because it was such a big empire, empires will naturally fall because of resources, the communication, the leader, like one leader would rule that whole. It just doesn't.
Yeah, so
such your businesses.
Yeah, the issue with dictation is eventually people will resent it.
Yeah, it's just
And that's someone's like, what happens is they had military issues, they had administrative problems. Why are we so stupid? Economic problems, internal strife, and they had a lot of barbarian problems. And funnily enough, the tribes from the barbarians were called Goths, Vandals, and Franks.
Ah,
You used to have a tree called Frank.
still got him, mate.
No, he's still alive.
Oh, mate, I've had that tree since 2018.
Good for you, because bonsais are not super easy to keep.
I'm keeping him good.
You are keeping him good. Well done.
Every year he changes the leaf, and he still has a green leaf. And if he's got a green leaf, you know he's alive.
If he's got a green leaf, you leave him alone.
That's the one.
Did you know the Coliseum is one of the new 7 wonders of the world?
I didn't know that.
Did you know it? So at night, it's illuminated gold whenever a country abolishes a death penalty. So you say, I don't know, Nigeria suddenly gets rid of the death penalty.
Yeah.
So the Coliseum lights up gold.
What?
There's probably somebody with a job to make sure that happens.
That's so cool. I'm actually gonna have that as a dull fact that I'll
You
present.
bring out in the pub at some point.
Present to my work college and go, oh, do you know what a fun fact? Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm your man.
So about 6 to 7 million people visit it each year,
No way.
which means it's one of the most visited monuments on Earth. And despite everything, which is very, very impressive for tourism, is 2/3 of it still kind of stand originally.
That in all fairness,
That's really impressive.
a feat of engineering that can still stand like that. And fair play. Take my hat off to that.
Fair play to the Romans. That's kind of like an average week of the Colosseum, plus a little bit extra. They used to use it a lot for political distraction and power projection. So because the emperors had the final say, it kind of shows power.
Yeah.
It also means that, so it was Commodus that fought as a gladiator himself, which sort of put him down to the people's level. He then fought, I'm guessing he probably won.
So in politician wise, I compare him to John Prescott, born in Prestine, and then
I did not know he was born in Prestine.
Well, I don't know if he was born. So if I was going to compare him to anyone in our generation, I'd compare him to a John Prescott.
That's fair enough.
They called him Two Jags John because he had 2 Jaguars.
But it's also that the crowd approval kind of really mattered.
Oh, it was to the screams of yes and no.
Yeah, so it was tied a lot to Roman religion. It was tied a lot to like honoring the gods and death rituals and things like that. But it also reinforced the Roman dominance over pretty much everything. So over life and death, because they could choose if people live or die. Over their enemies, because they would bring in a criminal and just completely eviscerate him in the spot. Over nature, because they could pretty much take any animal and with enough people they could kill it. But it wasn't random brutality. It was sort of structured symbolic violence, which means that any kill would have some sort of a meaning behind it in a way.
Yeah.
Where, even if it was just entertainment, it would still have a reason it happened.
It would have been, like, a lot of this would have been educational as well.
So the Coliseum is fantastic engineering, as we've already said. It was actually used as a blueprint for a lot of modern stadiums as well.
I'm going to say because of the architecture of the building allowed for, like, noise, maybe.
Yeah, so not only does it help noise, pretty much everyone can see what's going on. Whether you can see exactly what's going on is a different matter. But because of the staggered steps and the way people are seated, it means everyone can see. They didn't have to choose a circus. So a lot of the Italians back in the day used to use sort of like a semicircle.
Yeah.
Because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
But the Colosseum is sort of like a full oval.
Yeah.
Which means that essentially you can see any point at any point. You don't have to be like, oh, right, I missed that bit, but maybe I get to see the next bit. It was used a lot for sports culture. It was used for celebrity violence, entertainment, and slowly but surely it did start to fade away. So it actually began to fade in the 5th century which I'm sure you remember because you're pretty old.
Like 2 years older than you.
But they essentially changed their values due to that. But later on, it was used for housing. It's been used for like workshops and things. It's been used as a fortress. It's also been used as a quarry as well. So the stones have been reused across Rome. And yeah, basically that kind of brings me to the end that not only did the Romans invent basically killing just about everything, but they also invented plumbing. They invented concrete. They invented the oval structure for a Coliseum. And they also invented season tickets as well.
Oh, yeah.
So any football listeners, if you have a season ticket that costs you probably way too much to watch people kick a bag of air around, the likelihood is the Romans actually invented the concept of it.
I take my hats off to you, mate. You are so educated on Colosseums. Well, the Colosseum itself is such a nice pinpoint on the Roman Empire to choose. I really appreciate that because it's really fucking cool.
That was Educator Mate on the Coliseum. Built nearly 2,000 years ago, packed with drama, chaos, and the odd naval battle, and somehow still standing better than most modern group chats. If you've learned something today, give us a follow, and we'll keep the facts coming. No gladiator required. Catch you next time on Educator Mate.